Telco company Kyivstar made its public debut earlier this month on the Nasdaq via SPAC, marking the first time a Ukraine company has gone public on a US exchange. Joining us now in a first on CNBC interview is the Kyivstar CEO, Oleksandr Komarov. The company's ringing the bell at the Nasdaq this morning. A very good morning to you. Congratulations.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Is it hard to feel elated, whether it was the SPAC listing or ringing the bell, given what's going on back home?
So it's a kind of major event for the Ukrainian economy. This is a major event for the company. So I think that we are proud. At the same time, of course, it's a quite difficult background. It's a war in the country. Okay, but I think that we are moving, we are developing, so we are going ahead despite the very difficult circumstances. And this is a kind of proof that country can develop in a very, very difficult circumstances.
Why did you list when you did? I think you've got a big majority shareholder. You didn't need the capital despite the tough time. It was a SPAC listing. What was the thought process behind it?
We have a thesis that actually direct listing of the operational companies of the VEON holding group will be able to unlock value for the shareholders. And as far as I see right now, we have proven that it is a kind of true. Since the beginning of our listing, the value of the company grew around 20%. Okay, and I think this is a kind of fundamental result. And also it has been proven through the very low redemption rate that we were able to achieve through the SPAC process.
Where is your coverage across Ukraine? I mean, obviously a telco company, you've got mobile, fixed line, and there's a deal with Starlink that we'll come to. And how would you think about continuing to serve customers or continuing to use spectrum you might have in lands that are sort of controlled by Russia at the moment or might become formally part of Russia? How do you think about that?
We are servicing only territories that are under control of the Ukraine, okay? And we are trying to consider ourselves as a digital service operator rather than pure telco provider. Because right now, what we have is a mobile telco, we are market leader. We have fixed broadband business, we are also market leader, but we are also developing a number of digital services like health, digital health, like ride-hailing, where we're market leader, like entertainment, where we're one of the market leaders. So we position ourselves as a digital service provider with a telco license. And we are servicing the whole Ukraine. As an example, we have access to half of the Ukrainian households with our fixed broadband infrastructure. We have coverage 98% by population with LTE technology. And with the Starlink addition, we will be able to cover 100% of the territory with first OTT messaging and then with mobile broadband services through satellite.
So Starlink you see as a partner, not a threat to your business, but more importantly to Ukraine as a whole. There's been a lot of coverage of this. Would the war effort have been possible without Starlink support?
Starlink is an essential element of the Ukrainian national security for the time being. Okay, and I think that direct-to-cell services will strengthen actually not only humanitarian aspect of the telco services that we provide to our customers, but also a security aspect that are important during the war.
In terms of what's likely to happen in the short term, whilst we've got you, I know you might not want to get into the politics, but clearly there's a big gap between Russia and Ukraine in terms of what would be required to reach a ceasefire or a peace deal. Do you think it's likely this year, next year, or not?
I don't want to speculate. I'm very much focused as a CEO of a big critical infrastructure and critical service companies. I'm trying to be as prudent as possible in my forecast, in our forecast, okay? So that's why we do not provision end of the war this year or next year. So we rely on our ability to run and to develop business in a very difficult circumstances. And it seems to me that we have proven this ability because we have demonstrated growth, marginality during all 3.5 years of the full-scale war.
Can I ask you in sort of a different way, which is obviously you chose to go public via SPAC here in the U.S. Can you explain your reasoning for listing in the U.S. on the Nasdaq as opposed to anywhere else in the world?
There are two rational arguments. The first one, our parent company VEON is listed on Nasdaq. The second one is a special conditions that were signed between Nasdaq and Ukrainian government. And the third one, we are making history. We are the first ever Ukrainian entity to be listed on the American Stock Exchange.
Do you think it helps there's obviously talk of a minerals deal? Does it help long term the idea that America will help protect, or the West will help protect Ukraine if more Ukrainian companies list here or list in London or the like? Do you think that will help or not?
I'm sure yes. I'm sure yes, because I think we should strengthen our security cooperation, we should strengthen our cultural cooperation, but it is also important to strengthen our business cooperation. As an example, Ukrainian-American Chamber of Commerce is one of the strongest in the Eastern Europe, because we have a lot of American businesses that are present in Ukraine for the time being, that are developing business, that are investing in business. Kyivstar is one of the examples. We committed to invest $1 billion into the Ukrainian economy from 23 to 27, and we are progressing with this.
Oleksandr, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on ringing the bell today, and more broadly, good luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.